Hello and welcome to the Superhero Hub, and today we're going to be reviewing.
Prison Break.
I'm Sam.
I'm
Yeah, this episode being called. Look, I'm just going to cut it and be real with you. I know the name of the episode is the title of the town they go to, but I can't remember how to pronounce it. So I'm going to say Phaecia, Phaecia, Phallus.
confidence.
No, because I know it's wrong. I know for a fact it's wrong. So don't be too harsh on me. Um, yeah. So Phaecia. I know
That'll do. Let's crack on.
it starts with PH, but I know it's pho. Yeah. So God, the eye patch guy, Cyclops or whatever you
He
want.
won't die. He is so lame. I mean,
He's the most annoying guy. He's so annoying. And you wanna know what? Who's annoying as well? The guy with the beard. Right. So basically, they've got to get to this town across the desert. They can get across there safely because it's a smuggling run, but that yeah, so because that'll get them out the country, blah blah blah. So they team up with this guy who he was the one who got Lincoln's passport in the first episode and screwed him over. He's also the one who screwed him over with the forging. I swear he's Jack Pierre money, made bare money off him and just mugged him off. And then they're like, okay, we'll team up with you again. So it's like, oh okay then, but there's like two cars. It's like, go to this place and get this other car. They go there. Turns out it's ambush or whatever. Pistol whips the other guy. I would have shot that guy bad. I mean, I agree. What I'm gonna whip. You know, the knife guy. He was like, "Yo, I'm gonna enjoy killing you." I was thinking, damn right, because this guy keeps. He's like screwed them all over like about 10 times, and they keep going back to him. But like, I did kind of feel bad what happened to him later on. So yeah, so they got to go on this desert run to get across there. So they're making their way across it, and then elsewhere, flipping, you've got the like platinum blonde haired girl.
this should suck as well. I'll be honest with you, I think this is one of my biggest problems with the season. All the villains blow.
Mm,
Eye patch guy, these two, the other husband, they all suck.
mhm. Yeah, so basically, so they're trying to find them, I guess. So then they hint at her being like lesbian, and they're going on about a weekend in some motel, and I can't remember the state, Connecticut. There we go, and they're going on there, and I'm thinking, yeah, like the other girl's hot, but this like white-haired girl is just not doing it for me. So I was thinking, oh, you know what I mean?
I don't think yeah, it's lame. It's like evil Mulder and Scully. It's just so lame. Like government agent people. Who cares?
Yeah, they're whack. Kellerman was better because there was like there really wasn't. They weren't trying to do anything. He was just an arsehole. It's
Yeah, I mean, and do you know which way is? You can tell how this is going already, can't you? The guy is beginning to have doubts about what they're doing, and she's like super evil, so she's probably going to kill him at some point.
yeah, probably. Yeah, so they end up getting a drone or whatever, and they're following them, and they see them going to refuel, and then they're like flipping. You can tell because they're making calls to get like the flipping army guys after them, to chase them down. So they're like shooting them up, and then oh, it's okay. So Michael runs into the gas station and makes a call to a random guy who hasn't got no coverage. You know what I mean? Skype, damn you. So yeah, he's like flashing that. Take a screenshot of the tattoos, and I'm thinking to myself, yo, the quality on that snapshot was real bad. It's like the lighting was dark. It's like I couldn't make out no tattoos, so I don't know what that was about. So they managed to shoot an oil tanker and blow everyone up, and
That
then
was good. That was awfully convenient.
yeah, that was pretty cool. It's like they should have. What one thing I was thinking, They manage to get a gun, one bullet, pop it, blow. I mean, the guy who's driving them, the waste man who like betrays them all the time, he gets licked with a bullet. Unlucky mate. It's like I would have shot that, blew it up. Why they're like all on the floor, like I would have picked up all their guns. I'd have jacked all their guns. That's the problem. They just left. You know what I mean? So then Cyclops comes along and picks up one of their guns and then starts following them. It's like, alright then, mate. He's smart. He's got head on his shoulders. So yeah, they're chased across the desert, but it's okay because that guy's the only one who knows how to get through the desert to Phaeacia.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, and then he ends up dying halfway through. So they're kind of stuck in the middle of the desert, screwed, still getting chased by Cyclops. So then they're like, oh, okay, I know, we'll split up cars. Let's pick rocks. And whoever gets the red, white rock has to, like, take the other car. I would have volunteered. I'd be like, no problem, because this guy's annoying. You know what I mean? I'd be more than happy to, like, take the weight off. I now have the tools to take the weight off. So I'd have battered this guy. Oh, I'd have slapped him silly. So yeah, Michael obviously rigs it. I knew that was coming, and he ends up driving off. So it's up to all the other guys to try and find their way. So driving aimlessly, Michael managed to get Cyclops to follow him. They're going through the desert. I thought that was cool. And then, yeah, so the other guys screwed, don't know what happened. Then it just so happens seagulls appear, and they're like, oh, seagulls have no this is like a survival skill that I think everyone should know, that the girls have no interest in the desert, no interest whatsoever, so they're going to head towards the sea. So they follow the seagulls and it leads them to the town. Great. So they deliver the fireworks and they're like, yo, we need a boat out of here. Meanwhile in the desert, Michael's kind of I could tell by the speed in which the car was going that it tied a rock to it, but either way the car ends up carking out. Cyclops is over there with his gun getting hyped, and then Michael doubles back, jacks his car, and then Cyclops pops the car and like appears to kind of like screw it over really, because I was thinking, I'm surprised no bullets actually hit him. This guy's got a whack aim, but you can constitute that to him having one eye. So they fight, and then he gets a screwdriver straight in his other eye. I was like, that's what you get. That's what you get.
You know, that's what he did. It's a classic villain with one eye. Obviously, blind. You know, Kill Bill did it as well. But seriously, the way this dude is, I swear, he's going to pop up like Daredevil. Like, he's still going to chase him. It's like, get rid of him. Kill him.
Yeah. I don't think Michael's about that. I don't think Michael's the kind of guy
I don't care what Michael's
going to kill
him. That's what I'm about.
But really, that's a way to go. He's stuck in the desert. The guy's blind. It'd be interesting if just some random people just come along in a car and were like, "Oh, you're right, mate. You got something in your eye. You got a screwdriver hanging out of it. Come on!" And it's like, "Yo, take me to this town." And he confronts them, and it's like, whatever. So yeah. So he's screwed, but he manages to juke Michael, and it just you don't find out till later, but it just happens to be a poison blade. So Michael's traipsing through the desert, screwed. Nightfall comes, and then they light the fireworks, and is led to the fireworks, and he kind of runs to collapses, and is like, I need a doctor. I'm poisoned. So now, oh god. I thought this was great. This is where the episode the episode was kind of good all the way because it was like a cat and mouse chase. I thought that was good. But like the last couple minutes was really the best for me because it's like, I've been poisoned. I need a doctor. And it's like, oh, that's the problem. The only doctor around is literally where you come from, mate. You know, back over the desert, back to town. That was, I would just be like, oh my god.
It's kind of like Mad Max though, isn't it? You know, like Fury Road, where they go all the way through the desert, only to realise they've got to double back anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I'd just be like, oh, give me some of that poison blade. You know what I mean? I would just be gutted.
I'd love it if they passed by the blind guy on the way back.
Yeah. It's like, oh mate, we don't know how to get back, but we know you know, so we're gonna just prop you to the back seat, and you can just steer us back to town. It's like, oh, that's for me. I was just thinking, oh, that's damn unlucky. But I was thinking that was just great the way they did that. I was really pleased with that. Um, so yeah, um, let's talk numbers.
Well, it sounds like you really enjoyed it, so why don't you go first?
I enjoyed the. I really did enjoy the last bit. I was getting hyped a little bit because I was annoyed by the betrayer who's now dead. I forget his name. I
Hmm.
like that I was getting angry at him. I was getting hyped. I was like, this guy is whack. And then Cyclops, I was getting hyped off him because I was thinking this guy's whack also. Like so, like really like annoying. Um, I don't really see how they can have him like come back or whatever. I mean, the guy's blind. I mean, unless he's got like real like sick skills. Because I mean, the guy's screwed really. So leave him in the desert to rot. Forget about it. Um, whether they're gonna do something where they're going through the desert, they bump into him and is like, oh yeah, I'm the only one who can help you get whatever. It's just like that'll be douchebaggy. But yeah, I liked how I was getting annoyed at them. I like the little twist at the end where they've got to go back to town. So I figure they'll deal with that real quick in the next episode. There'll be a quick 5 minute and they'll pop up back in town. I'm intrigued how they're going to sort him out and where it's going to go from there. Because then what? They're going to have to cross the desert again? You know what I mean? It's like literally they're kind of way screwed. I figure they're just going to go back to town and they'll just go to the airport. Like things would have cleared up a bit. They'll go to the airport and fly off. You know what I mean? The kind of the emphasis on this whole oh yeah that weekend would have been so good in Connecticut, batty like not interested in that. Um,
Yeah, because it just felt kind of like it was salacious for salacious' sake. Like, I mean, who cares?
I mean yeah the other girl was hot. But like
Yeah.
it's just her. She walks around with a bad attitude. She's got a bad haircut. She's got a scowly face, and then she's trying to be like, oh yeah, trying to be all sensual, and it just be like, ugh, nah, it don't work for me. The whole Elvis imperson. I'm intrigued where that's going. That Michael's like sent a picture of his tattoos to this Elvis impersonator. I'm intrigued what he's going to kind of fall into the plot line. It's interesting that Sarah and that waste man didn't really pop up in this episode, so I figure they're gonna focus in the next one. I'm interested where that's gonna go. Sarah needs to get her kid and get out of there. She needs to shack up with Teabag
Okay.
because that is literally the safest option. So
Sure. But yeah, that's not bringing a child around a paedophile. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
no, well, not shack up, but team up or whatever. I'll give it an A.
Wow. I go for a 6.5. I thought there was some.
Why
Hey,
do you
you're the
have
fan
to
of the show.
do
I'm
that
not.
for, man? You're
Because
being salacious for salacious sake. You're that
no,
woman.
it's for me at the moment. It's the villains. They all suck.
Yeah, but
Every one of them.
yeah, but the episode was popping.
Yeah, but if for what's for what purpose at this point? I'm not hating it, but I would think I would be much more into the show if I cared about the people they were up against. I those two scold the two people, FBI, whatever the hell they are. Don't like them. Don't like the eye patch guy. Don't like the husband. So overall, I'm not really into the fight. But there were some cool stuff in the episodes. They had a kind of cool fight scene, I guess. The shootout was fun. It's just cohesively, it's my problem throughout the whole thing. It's like the whole cohesive thing is not really working for me in a minute.
Mm, I can see. I know it seemed. I'm telling you that thing at the end was just like, oh, I felt for him. I kind of, I like that. I like Michael's team. I like all the characters. I like
I
Whip.
don't.
Really, I like Whip. I like the Korean guy. You
I
know,
like I like the Korean guy, the Queen guy.
yeah.
Or I like him. The rest of them, no.
Well, because you like Queen, because you're a
Yeah.
fellow fan.
No, but I think even it could be a band I hate. I think it's a cool character quirk that the others don't have.
Yeah. Well, come on. Whip's like the knife guy. I'm intrigued
It's not
really
cool.
because
That's not cool. Lame.
yeah, he mullered the guy in like 1 second.
So what?
I think it's interesting that Michael kind of brings up that the Korean guy's like integral to the plan, and he always talks how like the other guys is whip hand and like they're super important, but we don't know what their kind of purpose is so far because he's broken them
And that's
out,
part
but
of
we
the
don't really
problem.
know.
We don't know anything about him. Yeah, the Korean guy's got that cool character work. That's fine, but the other, we don't know anything about. I'd still rather at this moment in time. I still rather see the people from the first season.
Oh yeah, but that was just good anyway. Yeah, and obviously
Exactly.
Sucre ain't popped up yet, and you got flipping them whatever. So yeah, Sheba's safe as well. Sheba, whatever her name is, she's safe. She's like in Jordan now, and they're gonna fly out or whatever. So yeah, I'm Sam,
I'm not.
and we'll see you in the next episode.